Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made these 5 really adorable winter themed nail designs. So let's jump right into the tutorial. So I have my nails laid out on my nail stand. I have these nail stands in my Amazon storefront in case you guys are wondering which ones I use, because I've been getting a few new people that have been asking. So I'm going to be going in with one coat of one of my favorite base colors called Blushed Clay. This is from my website, and then I cured that layer, and I'm going to go in with one more layer, but of another color called Strawberry Sugar. I love creating my own combinations and layering different colors, and this creates the most perfect neutral pinky nude for the base of any nail art. So after I was done with that, I grabbed my 12mm French Slayer brush. This is an ultra thin brush that I customized and created to be thinner than any nail brush on the market. I have never tried a nail brush this thin in all the years of me doing nails, and it is truly one of my favorite brushes ever. I've been using it for more than a year before I even launched because I wanted to make sure it was perfect, and it is so amazing. The brush is acetone resistant, so I cleaned my brush with acetone, and the brush handle is also acetone resistant. I am going to be creating a French tip, just a classic French with this brush, and a baby pink color. I decided to do pink and white as the color scheme for these 5 different nail designs. They're not really meant to be a full set, but honestly you could totally keep these like together as a full set and it would be really cute. But I just wanted to include some French, like this French nail design as well. So once I have it the way I like it, I'm going to be creating kind of like a plaid nail design here, and I'm going to be using my Slate Up brush for this. This is my brush that is meant for cleaning up any mistakes and also for creating any other type of nail art like that requires a thicker, like denser brush. So because this brush is really nice and thick and it kind of like becomes square when you press down hard, it is perfect for a plaid nail design like this one. Anytime I get a line that I like or I feel like is perfect, I like to go in with a flash curing lamp, like a quick lamp, a small lamp that I can quickly cure with without having to put the whole entire nail stand into the lamp, because it makes me work more efficiently and a little quicker. This is how I'm able to finish a detailed nail set in under an hour, or like within an hour and 30 minutes if it's detailed and has a lot of small lines and stuff, because having a flash cure lamp where you can just flash cure really quickly and then put the entire design to cure at the very end will save you so much time. That's just a really good tip in case you're a beginner, because it's something that you may not think about, like, honestly, but these little lamps come in handy so much. You can get them on Amazon or pretty much anywhere. The one I'm using is from a Prey, but you do not have to get one from a Prey. They are all literally the same and they all work very well. So yeah, I am just adding like some extra lines around the plaid, and you can create any type of plaid nail design that you would like. This is just like a little background for the actual design that's going to be really showing, because the glitter is definitely going to be the main like component for this nail design, but I wanted to add some white lines as well, and then this really quick little sweater design where you kind of do like a down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm going to explain this design a little more on the last nail design that I'm showing you in this video, because I didn't explain it really that good right here. I added another white line here, and then I'm just kind of like adding the final detail, because now I'm going to go ahead and top coat the entire thing with my glossy top coat. This is my no wipe glossy top coat, also from my website. If you guys are new to my channel, I do have some gel products. My business is very small right now. Like, I just started a really small business, so I have a few gel colors that I am so proud of and that I actually really love. They are 20 milliliter bottles, so they're bigger than most bottles on the market. You'll notice that most bottles that you have in your collection are probably 15 or 10 milliliters in product, like inside the bottle. And mine are all 20 milliliters, so you get more product. I also made sure that the brush is very like user friendly, and it's actually a special rounded type of brush. It's not a flat brush like most gel polishes are. And yeah, I just like really put my all into these products. I really love them so much. So I will be launching more stuff soon. In case you guys are new to my page and you're like, she doesn't really have a lot of things to shop for, but right now what I have is like my nude base colors. My white and my black gel polish are so amazing, so I'm using my white gel polish here right now. This is a super white gel polish, so it's extremely pigmented. You want to make sure that when you're using any type of pigmented gel polish, you have a high wattage UV LED lamp, and I just love it so much. It doesn't wrinkle or anything on me, and I love it. For that reason, I had to go through and try lots of different formulas and just kind of went through a trial and error until I found the one I really loved. But as you can see, I kind of did that icicle design and I left it wet. I did not cure it. And then I dumped the glitter on there. The glitter is going to stick into the gel polish, and the gel polish is going to kind of absorb the glitter, and it's going to make the glitter stick. If you are going to be doing this type of nail design on a client or customer, or even for press-on nails for your small business, I would recommend adding an extra step just in case the glitter was to fall off and start like coming off, you know what I mean? I would recommend mixing the white gel polish with some rhinestone gel. You can use any brand of UV LED rhinestone gel, mix it together, do your design, and then dump the glitter right on top of that, because it'll make sure that the rhinestone gel like grips the glitter even better, so that way the glitter does not flake off or fall off for your customer or your client like over a week or two of them wearing it, you know what I mean? So I didn't do that for this video because I didn't want to waste my rhinestone gel, because I'm not actually wearing this design. I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So that's a tip I really wanted to make sure I mentioned in this video, because that is something that can be a game changer for a lot of people. So for this next design, I already painted the nail gray, and now I'm going to be grabbing this acrylic powder. This is from a brand called JC Beauty, I believe. And I don't even think this brand exists anymore. I'm honestly not sure. I've had this acrylic powder for years already, because I had it ever since I used to take acrylic nail clients. And it is a really beautiful, fluffy white acrylic powder with like a bunch of speckles of glitter in it. It's actually absolutely stunning. Like you can see it here. So what I did is I painted the entire nail with the white gel polish from my brand. It's called Bunny White. And I just left it wet, and I'm going to be dumping the acrylic powder right on top of the wet gel polish. Again, kind of the same thing as that other nail I just did. The white gel polish is going to really absorb the acrylic powder, and it's going to be able to grip, but I'm not curing it yet because I'm going to be doing a really cute like written in the snow type of design. So I'm going to write "Let It Snow" here on this nail with my dotting tool. I just grabbed the smallest dotting tool that I had in my collection, and it is like a really tiny one, and I'm going to be kind of like carving out the words "Let It Snow" on the nail. You can do so many different types of things. Like you can even do like anything Christmas themed, winter themed, and it's so cute because it just looks like someone literally wrote it in snow. And I love this design. It's my first time ever trying it out, and I had so much fun with it. I'm definitely going to incorporate this with some more nail art this winter season, because it's so cute. Like honestly, I don't know why I've never done it before this. And I decided on a cursive type of font, like a really simple little cursive font. I was almost going to do like a simple font, but I decided to just like take it up a notch and make it look a little cuter by doing the little cursive. So you can see that I kind of tried to do a cursive, but it's not perfect. The point is that it's fun, and it's very beginner friendly, because you don't have to know so much to do a design like this. Even if your handwriting isn't that good, it's okay. It'll look really cute even if it's messy, or however you want to do it. You can even write the most simplest letters. It does not need to be a special fancy type of font for it to look cute. And the reason why I decided on the gray gel polish first is because it kind of looks like it's like cement underneath, if you really think about it. So like my idea was like on a cement floor where it just like where there's like fresh snowfall, if someone was to write in the snow and the snow is like not super deep, it would look something like this, you know what I mean? So the gray gel polish was cured underneath this, so I did the gray, cured it, then did the white, left it wet, dumped on the acrylic powder, and I left it wet still, and then I'm carving while it's still wet. Because the acrylic powder really soaked into the gel polish, it's not going to be a hassle for me to write in it, and the gel polish is not going to be like seeping to the sides or into each other. The acrylic powder makes it very, very sturdy. I don't really know how to explain it, but like a really nice thick consistency for you to be able to carve into it. So yeah, I did the Let It Snow, cured that once I liked it, and now this is how it looks. It's really, really cute, and I love it. So yeah, that's how that turned out. Now for the next nail, I'm going to do the same thing where I'm putting my nude base color down. I'm doing one layer of blushed clay and then one layer of strawberry sugar, and I am curing in between. They are such beautiful colors. They look absolutely beautiful on everybody, and I love layering my colors no matter what brand I use. So I decided to layer these two together to see how they look, and I love the way they look together. So yeah, one coat of each, curing in between. And then I grabbed this gel that's called like a snowflake gel. It's just like little flakes of like white glitters, but it's not actually glitter. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like confetti, and it looks like fresh snowfall. I thought it was so cute, and I've never got the chance to use it, so I was like, you know what, why not just use it for this video, because it's really cute. I'm sure if you look up like snowflake gel on Amazon, you might be able to find it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is actually a sample for my brand for the future, so I'm not sure where else you can get it, but I think it's so adorable and it's really unique. So I like the fact that it looks like little pieces of snow on the nail. So once I cured the snowflake gel, I decided to add a big little ball of Macart rhinestone gel. I just put on a big amount until I liked the size, and then I put it into the lamp to cure for a full 60 seconds. Once that's done, I'm grabbing my white gel polish, my bunny white gel polish, and my 9mm liner brush. My 9mm brush is called the Super Slayer brush. It's meant to fill in large areas very quickly and efficiently because it holds a lot of gel, but not to the point where the gel will be streaky. If you use a brush that's like extremely thick, like for example, a cleanup brush to fill in a large space, you'll notice that there will be a lot of streaks. So I like using a liner brush to fill in big spaces because you'll notice that it's way more seamless. And once I liked the white gel polish like design that I did, I wanted it to look kind of like a melted snowman, so I painted over the entire ball and then kind of did like a little swirl effect, and it looks like a melted, like literally like melted snow. I cured it and now I'm adding details. So I am adding the little eyes, a little carrot nose, some blushed cheeks to make it look cute, and then I'm going to add a little mouth with just some little black dots. You can get really creative, add whatever you want. You can even do like a little hat like thrown off to the side, like if it melted and the hat fell off or something. Like literally get super creative with it. You can have fun with it, but this is just the simplest way to do it, and it is the most adorable nail design ever. It is so cute. Like I can already imagine if you're wearing this on your nails how many compliments you would get in public, because it's something that you don't see that often, and it's just super cute. And I can imagine if you guys have kids that your kids would love something like this too, if you guys wear this on your nails. So I also decided to add the little hands with the little sticks, and I just did that with the brown gel polish, and it looks so cute. I'm obsessed. And once I liked all the details and everything was the way I wanted it, then I put it into my lamp to cure for a full 60 seconds. And then once I took it out, I did go ahead and top coat it with my no wipe glossy top coat. And yeah, I love all of my gel products as well because they are all HEMA free. In case you guys are allergic to HEMA, it is HEMA free. So that is one thing that I love as well. And yeah, they are the 20 milliliter bottles. And if you notice while I'm applying it on the nail, it has the rounded polish brush. So you might not be able to notice that much because I do speed up the video, but I just wanted to say that in case any of you guys have trouble getting really deep into the cuticle area without actually touching skin. This brush helps because it's really rounded. So it's like a rounded bottle brush. For my next nail design, I'm going to be grabbing my dotting tool and my white gel polish again, and I'm going to be drawing on a simple snowflake using the little dotting method where you kind of just do a bunch of dots and connect them. So I just do like one line of dots vertically and then one line of dots horizontally going across the middle, and then just some on this like in the middle of those dots. I don't know how to explain it that good. And then I grab my 12 millimeter liner brush, which is my longest liner brush, and it's ultra thin, so it makes these really perfect ultra thin lines for snowflakes and little thin lines like this. And that's why I love it. And I'm just doing another smaller snowflake right here. This is actually a really beautiful design that a lot of people may not think to create. It's kind of like a layered hidden snowflake type of design. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. I decided to add some extra dots, just some extra detail, and then once I liked it, I did put it into the lamp to cure. And okay, I have a little bit of a break here. I don't know what happened. I think it's just curing right now, and I didn't cut this part out. But this design is really fun and really unique, honestly. And I feel like if you like a more subtle snowflake nail, this would be really pretty for you to do. But of course, I make everything extra because I love the sparkle. I love glam. So you guys will see how I add some sparkle into this nail. But keeping it simple would be really beautiful as well. So once I cured the snowflakes, I am going in with a milky white gel polish. And I'm just going over this entire nail with the milky white. I cured one layer, and then I'm going in with the second layer now. And the second layer of milky white is going to give it kind of like a foggy, hazy look. I don't know how to explain it to you that well, but that's the best way I can think of. And then once I added the 2 layers of the milky white and I cured it, I am now adding 1 layer of a matte top coat, and then I'm going to cure that next. As you can see, now the nail is matte, and now I'm going back in with another snowflake. So those 2 snowflakes inside of the nail underneath the milky white kind of look like they're like encapsulated in there or hidden in the background. So now we're going to create one in the foreground. So we're going to create one that stands out a little bit more, by not covering this one up with another layer of milky white. So you will see that this one is not going to be covered. This one is actually going to be more 3D. So I'm adding the snowflake design the same as I did the other, with the dots and then connecting it. If you guys have trouble kind of like understanding how I did the snowflake, I would recommend like slowing the video down and seeing where I placed the dots. I can also create a short video really explaining how I create a snowflake like this, because it's actually so simple and super beginner friendly. If you struggle with like a snowflake, or if you've never tried one before, I would recommend trying it. A dotting tool is a lifesaver for so many nail designs. Like, it is definitely an essential that you need in your kit, especially if you're a beginner. A dotting tool will come through for so many different designs, like everything that you can possibly think of almost. So once I liked the snowflake, I decided to go back in with that JC Beauty Concepts acrylic powder. Again, I don't know if this brand still exists. I've had this powder for so long. So I just covered the snowflake with that acrylic powder to make it look like embossed and 3D. And once the acrylic powder is on there, I cured it in the lamp. And then once I took it out of the lamp, I dusted it off. And as you can see, dusted off, it looks really pretty and kind of has like a 3D type of look to it. I wanted to add something extra. Like I said, this design on its own is already so beautiful. You don't need to add more, but I really wanted this to be like a little bit more girly and glam. So I added some icicles here, and I'm going to make these glittery. So I'm going to add the glitter on top of this, just like I did with that first nail design. So you can see I'm going in with my white gel polish, and I am adding the icicles. You just want to kind of use firm pressure, then thin pressure as you go up, and that creates the thick to thin line. So like firm pressure, and then like loosen your pressure as you go down the line, I guess you can say. And then once I liked it, I did add the glitter. Again, if you're going to be doing this on a client or customer, mix that white gel polish with some rhinestone gel before you start painting the design on, and paint the design with the mixture. And then that will make sure your glitter sticks a little better for your customer or client, so it's not coming off like after a few days. Like, you will definitely want their glitter to last. So that's what I would recommend. And that design is done. As you can see, it looks so cool with that hidden snowflake in the back. I really love it. And then for my last and final nail design, I'm going to go in with the same nude gel polishes that I talked about earlier, blushed clay and strawberry sugar, from my website nailsadedbyval.com, and I did one coat of each, curing in between. Now I'm grabbing that pink gel polish again that I used in the beginning, and I'm just going to create a classic sweater design, but without actually creating it 3D. In case you guys don't have acrylic powder, you don't need an acrylic powder to create a sweater design. You can still create it without having acrylic powder. So if I was doing the nail facing down like I'm doing here, I would do kind of like this chair shape. Like, if you look at it, it looks like a chair from the side, but without the other leg. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically going like down, left, up, down, left, up, down, left, up. And you do it over and over again down the center of the nail. Put the 2 lines on each side, and then now you're going to add some extra tiny lines right here. So you can see that these little lines are just going down the side at an angle. This gives it like a really cute stitch kind of knitted look, and you don't need to create a 3D design for this. Like, it could be just like this, and it gives that cute winter kind of like knitted sweater vibe without you having to add anything else additional. But if you wanted the full sweater effect, you can totally dump some acrylic powder on top of the light pink, and it'll be really cute in 3D. Of course, before you do the acrylic powder design, like if you want to do the sweater acrylic powder, you need to top coat the nail first. So top coat the nail with a matte, then create the little up down design with the pink. Dump acrylic powder on top of it while it's wet, and the acrylic powder will soak into the gel. And then that's pretty much it. And then you don't need to top coat after that, and it'll stay 3D. So I decided to keep it simple. So I'm just going in straight with some glossy top coat, just to show you guys that you don't have to make it 3D if you don't want to, or if you don't like the texture. So I still like it like this too. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's very chatty. I was a little sick in my last video. Now I'm way better and I feel great. So I had more videos coming for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and let me know what you would like to see next. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.